This is a video to show you how to make homework on Pearson Realize, as well as using the self-graded system to put it right into your gradebook. So first I'm going to show you what I use for homework. Currently, if you look in my, I'm going to go to, yes. So we're in 4th grade boys. This is their math homework that they've completed. The nice thing about this is that it grades it for me, and it also gives me a class average. So if I click on their homework, this is again in classes under the assignments tab. Notice that we already talked about the student and group setting. Now the assignments tab is right here. You can click on view student status. This will show me for the math homework 1.29 assignment. It'll tell me who has not started, it will tell me who's in progress, and then it will tell me who finished it. So these are the people and their scores for who finished the assignment. I tell my boys that they have to have an average of 80% on both their math and reading homework in order to eat lunch in the classroom with me on Fridays. So now that's their math homework. And their reading homework looks like this. So again, this is showing the scores, I guess. You can see some of these are a lot lower, and that's going to really negatively affect their class average. Some of them, though, are a lot higher. Okay, the important thing with the reading for me is that it's difficult. That was something that I really like Pearson Realize for because of how difficult it is. So now I was going to show you, so I can edit the assignment, like if I have to change the due date or change when it shows up. I can also delete the assignment. This is where you can delete them. As you saw, I had quite a few assignments on my page. So I'll click preview to show you exactly what mine see. And after that, I'll show you where I got this from. So first of all, I use tests from the Ready Gen curriculum to assign for the boys. So this will specifically have, looks like I had 11 questions on this one. It has them either answer comprehension questions or in this case do vocabulary practice. As you can see here, the reason I like Ready Gen is because it has long passages like this that requires the boys to learn how to scroll up and down. On the MCA, they're going to be required to scroll up and down. When we did the MCA samplers last year, I noticed that a lot of the boys were confused on how to drag and drop things, so that's why I wanted to advance what we're doing in our classes. So for that reason, they are able to drag answers, they're able to put them back. This is a skill that they need to have when they're doing digital learning. So again, good for rigor, also good for a variety in question format. Now I will show you where I got this lesson for both the math and reading homework. So I clicked on programs on the top. As you can see, there's a variety of grades. If you're someone that's looking to differentiate, I have gone into past grades. So if I have some students who are really low, I will go to, let's say I could go to the 1st grade Ready Gen. And what I actually assign are these unit tests. That's what I give for my homework for reading. So as you can see, I've already used this one. I've customized it. So I would click, you can click assign, and you also can edit the version. So when you're editing, that means that you can add questions or delete questions. So this has, looks like this one only had 6 questions. It's for one of my lower students. And originally it had about probably 25, and I deleted questions based on just to keep it reasonable. Then you can click on the questions or you can hide them. When you're done editing the version, you can click out of it and it will show up again on the bottom. So now I can click assign. And instead of naming it end of Unit 3 assignment, I'll say this was Tremaine reading homework. Okay, so now it'll pop up for him as an assignment for Tremaine's reading homework. we'll say I usually have them due on Friday. I assign homework on Monday and it's due on Friday. Then they have the whole week to log in, usually during class time too, to do their homework. They can do it at home too. Then because it's only for him, I will only assign it to him. I I will not assign it to, for instance, fourth grade boys because of the fact that it's only for him. It also saves embarrassment too. So he sees what's his reading homework, and other students typically don't realize that his is different. So that's how I do the reading homework. Again, you can do the fourth grade in the same way. You'd go to a unit. I just literally go this fast when I do it. I'll just click on a unit. I'll customize. It's usually on a Monday morning or a Sunday night when I realize I hadn't done the homework yet. I'll look through the questions. See, originally it has about 15. I usually try to do about 10 so that they're done with fidelity and the boys are really focusing. So I'll just edit it that way. And then I will click assign. Again, I can type in reading, homework, start date, say it's today, ends on Friday. Homework I usually don't do start and end times because it's just whenever they can work on it. Then I can assign it to the class. If it is just for a certain student, again, remember you can type in their specific name. So I could type in somebody else, but in that way I'll just type in the whole group. Usually I'll also include a date so that if they have multiple homework assignments on them, they can tell the difference. Now I have assigned a math homework and a reading homework. If you are someone who's wanting to create your own homework, which I've done, it's a lot of work, but if you would like to, you can also do what's called build a test. So I could entitle this reading homework, and you can describe it if you want, but I usually just put a period because it's a required field, so I put a period there. I do have this set to mastery by 70%, so in the students' logins they have track of how well they do, and so they can get scored there. You can select from a bank of questions, or you can write your own. You can also have one try at each question or 2 tries at each question. So let's say we have 1 try at each question, unlimited test retake. In this scenario, it's usually really helpful if you kind of play around with this, assign it to yourself, and then see how, if it works or not. This is good for multiple choice. It's not so great for fill in the blank answers. I'm not sure if Pearson Realize has an option for that. So I could say, what is your teacher's, name? And you could say Miss L. Lindemer, Mom, I guess, right? Grandma. And if I don't want to have all the options, I can just delete that. And then I can save it. Oh, so I got to pick a correct answer. They have you click a correct answer because it is grading it for you. So if let's say that's what my homework assignment is, okay? So this is my homework assignment. I will assign it to, so again, click a start date. Now they'll complete that assignment, and that's how you build a customized test. There are different question types that you can do, but it's pretty much multiple choice on Pearson Realize. Now I'll show you where their scores go. And that is going to be, I clicked on classes, and click on assignments. Now this is again where I was showing you their math and reading. I can use this. What I typically will actually do is I will have this up on the side, and then I'll have my grade book open on the other half of the screen so that I can be plugging in their grades almost while we're at school. So you click on view student status, and that'll tell you what each student scored. So let's say I make the assignment, out of 10. Then this person got a 9 on it. or this one got a 10 out of 10. It's a fast way to actually have legitimate scores. Again, you're getting scores for independent work, you're getting scores for anything you assign them. Even if it's just watching a video, they can get credit for that. It's whatever you are assigning to them. So as you can see, my students this week did the independent practice. This only is assigned to 4 students because the 4 students are my high students, so I assign the name of them are the advanced full lesson. So they do a solve and share, they do the visual learning, the challenge, and they do the homework questions as well as the independent practice for 9-7. So this is something that they personally have to complete. I also use a model of a makeup system. So if you score less than 80% on your assignment, then you have to complete the makeup assignment, which is titled 9-8 makeup, but it's actually the homework and practice from 9-8. Again, that's another way I use that. So in this way, you can make grading a lot faster. You can click right on your assignments. You can also plan in advance. You can avoid printing worksheets, which is one of the biggest pluses. And you are also preparing your students for 21st century learning where things are going to be on the computer. So thanks for watching. Email me or let me know if you have questions on how I've done any of this. Thanks.